Welcome into the Smokers Haven Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Z, here with Coop and Andy.
What's up?
And we're a quarter of the way through the fantasy football season, almost a quarter of the way through the regular season. We're going to go through and do a recap, kind of the first 4 weeks, and can see where we're at with our rankings, see how we're doing.
See how we hit on different hits and misses that we predicted or didn't predict.
The other list. I like the other list. What was
Yeah,
that
we're only
list
4
for?
weeks in, so it's a small sample size, but been an interesting season so far, that's for sure.
Way too many injuries.
Oh man, injuries have been brutal. Every week I lose somebody. Yep. Jonathan Taylor coming back, so
Getting paid.
yep, he did 14 mil a year, 342. It was interesting. I didn't think they were going to pay him, so now we'll see if the other running backs get paid.
I think they realized what they had in that backfield. Was like, yep, bring him back.
Moss
Bring
looked
him
okay.
back. Give him whatever.
Looked
he
okay,
wants.
but nothing what Taylor brings to the table.
True. Yeah, he's definitely
And he's
not.
healthy. And he's healthy.
Yep. That's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, what do you guys want to start with?
So,
I don't care.
we could look at some divisions.
Want to look at the divisions, see how they're sitting so far?
Sure.
Someone pull up some standings. We'll start with the AFC East.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bills.
yeah, we all had the Bills in that one. Let's see. I had the Jets. Coop had the Jets second. Andy had them in third.
I have him in second.
Or you have them second? I had them in
But
third.
I also had Aaron Rodgers on this team.
True.
Yeah. Well, we expected Aaron Rodgers to last 4 snaps for the year.
No, no, that was rough. That changed some things.
Zach Wilson has actually looked better the last couple games.
No, that was.
He's
Denver.
got a
That
really
don't
good
count.
game this week.
I mean,
against
better-
Denver, so
The bar was like really low.
He's not playing Denver every week though.
The true. That is true.
he looked good against the Chiefs, though. So
Did we talk about why you hate the Dolphins?
I thought Tua was gonna go involuntary night again. and
Yeah. So far, they look to be a formidable opponent for the Bills. They did get their ass whooped in Buffalo, but
Yeah, they just got Claypool.
Yeah,
They just up there.
yeah, there they go. They got Claypool. What an
I heard they
upgrade.
put 2 guys on IR that were wide receivers, so I'm assuming that's probably why they went out and got Claypool. So they needed a body. Then he's decently fast.
How
He
is that
runs a
division
4.4.
sitting right now?
You got Buffalo, Miami both at 3-1, and then New England and the Jets both at 1-3.
Yeah. Did we all have the Patriots last?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Steve had them third. I had them last. That's right. You had Dolphins last. Yeah, that division kind of got messed up with Aaron Rodgers going out, but we all have the Bills.
I think we all win that one.
I think they are probably going to win the division still, but it'll be interesting to watch what the Dolphins do.
Let's just get that one out of the way.
Let's go to the AFC North.
Yeah. Let's talk about this. Let me talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this
No. Let me no.
Yeah, the Bengals are
looking like the Bungles again.
yeah, they are not looking good. You guys both had them first. I had them coming in second, but I had them competitive with the Ravens. Not like I had the Ravens
Right,
running
the
away with the
Ravens
division.
Second, so
Yeah. The Bengals have not been good.
no.
Again,
Mixon's
I'm
been
wondering
all right.
how much the Burrow calf is maybe causing some of it.
How
but,
hurt is he?
But
He must be pretty hurt. And it's hurt. I mean, it's ruining that whole team for fantasy. Can't play Chase. Higgins had one good game. Mixon is kind of kind of run of the mill. Can't play anybody on that team.
yeah, I mean, you can kind of play Mixon, but I mean, even then, you're not going to get a lot of production. You're hoping more volume.
Yeah,
From
he's sitting-
receiving.
you get like 10.5 points per game right now from him, half point. I mean, he's startable. He's number 19 running backs.
So I mean, not great, but
He is their best offensive player right now.
yeah. So it's something you definitely got to hope they get figured out here shortly. Just because, a lot of teams probably sitting there going, "What's going on in Cincy?" So
We all had Steelers and Browns either 3-4 in some order or other.
yeah, Browns looking a lot better than what I thought they would. That defense looks legit.
Better than the Steelers.
What about them? Totally a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett don't look very good.
No, neither does that running game really.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Ravens on that one.
But I'm gonna change mine because I don't think Burrow's gonna be fucking doing anything.
Yeah, he could still be a few weeks away from being productive at that.
It's pretty much the Ravens to lose.
So where are we at standings on that one?
That we have Baltimore at 3-1, Pittsburgh and Cleveland both 2-2, and Cincinnati at 1-3.
Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, Ravens still going to take that one. AFC South. Now, what do you got for standings in that one?
This is the weirdest division. Every team is 2-2.
Nice.
All four?
All
Nice.
four
Who's
are
at
2
the
and
top
2.
though?
Indy is technically at the top. They're 0-2 at home, but 2-0 on the road.
Interesting. All 2-2, huh?
Yeah.
We
1-1
all have
in conference,
Jacksonville.
but they are 2-1 in conference.
So
So that's
still
where
might have the
they're
right
ahead
Still might
of
have the
Houston.
Yeah.
2-2 in conference.
So we can't say anybody's right or wrong at this point. Everybody 2-2.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those divisions where it's going to take a couple more weeks for, I think, it to sort itself out.
If I have to pick one of them right now,
Still
I'm
picking
going
Jags.
Colts.
I'm going Jags.
I think I'm going Colts. Anthony Richardson's looked really good. They get Jonathan Taylor back. Honestly, the Jags have not looked very good.
You didn't watch the Toy Story version, did you? Jacksonville looked phenomenal there.
You can see the sick juke that I think Etienne put on somebody, made the little animated guy go flying over.
Was that ETN or was that Bijan? Bijan made.
Oh,
a
I
few
think it
guys
was
miss.
Bijan.
He was
Yeah, it
making
was
people
Bijan.
look silly,
I
but
like
he
how
does that
showed
every week.
Inside the helmet while
Yeah.
they're running. I like that.
I thought it was interesting if they get the technology down.
Yeah, the part where they drop the ball over
The
here,
little
and
hook,
slowly
the
kinda
claw.
goes there, and as soon as it gets to the center, it
Yeah.
gets snapped.
Yeah.
That was
But
the only way I could watch it, so that's why I watched it.
yeah, when you think about it, they're taking something that happens and 1 minute later, basically having an animated version of that on the screen.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick turnaround.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
I was getting my notifications on the big one on my phone before I got
Oh
to
yeah,
watch
it was way behind because they had to make it.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling they probably had a lot of templates all ready to go. It's just a matter of
No, because you don't know which. I mean, if you watched them, they actually would run through the right holes and juke the right
well,
players.
yeah, but
and
I'm saying like the actual people though, like
Yeah,
that they're
they-
using, they probably already have templates.
they had all the
ready
little
and
players
images.
loaded in. This
Yeah.
number is this guy. Because at the beginning of the game, one of the Atlanta guys was unknown on special teams. They must not had him loaded into the system. So he's like number 57 or something. Unknown is what it said.
Sounds like a backup lineman.
Yeah, it was on kickoff. But it was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I didn't watch much of it. I was actually trying to watch the real game. So
AFC West. What do you got for standings in that bad boy?
we got Kansas City at 3-1, Chargers 2-2, Raiders 1-3, Broncos 1-3.
All right.
Broncos have given up a total of 150 points already on the year.
Yeah, if you've got fantasy players playing the Broncos, put them in.
Yeah.
Even sometimes the backups. The Broncos are
mean-
so bad.
Even after giving up 40 points on Thursday, the Washington Commanders are only at 160.
Yeah.
And that's through 5 games.
Now, we all had Broncos Raiders at the end of this division where they belong.
Yeah.
I think Chargers Chiefs is going to be competitive.
I can still picking Chargers.
Yeah. Even no Mike Williams, I think they're going to be competitive.
And you get Eckler back.
Yeah, I think that's going to be big for them is getting Eckler back because Josh Kelly or Spiller have not
No.
looked good in the backup role.
And really, the Chiefs haven't looked great.
They look human almost.
Yeah. I still think I think I'd stick to the Chiefs, but I really do think that division is going to be competitive down to the last couple weeks. So.
It's looking like it's going to be a lot more competitive between KC and the Chargers. But
Yeah.
the other two, just
Or no, they're
they're where
done.
they're going to be. Yeah. But I think we could see a lot more from the Chargers coming forward, especially with them getting healthy and maybe giving Kansas City a run for that money because they still got to play twice this year. So
Maybe Quentin Johnston starts picking it up. I mean, rookies, sometimes it takes a little bit. So,
well, especially when you're fourth on the depth chart behind all those veterans.
Fine.
Yeah, a little southern accent there.
NFC North.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy's happy about this one because he got one right. We got Detroit at 3-1, Green Bay at 2-2, the Purple People Eaters at 1-3, and then the Bears at 1-4.
Yeah. Yeah, because they played the Thursday game.
Yeah,
Finally got a win.
Yeah, got off that schneid.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the Bears at this point. I expected a little bit more out of them. I mean, I had them third in the division, so I didn't think they were winning anything, but I just thought they'd be a touch better. But
Again, blowing a huge lead the week before probably didn't help.
yeah,
But at least their offense looks like it's finally starting to get going. So at least I think if that can be on the uptick, maybe it gives that defense a little bit more rest and gives them a chance to be a little bit more aggressive like they were in the first half of that Thursday night game because they were super aggressive. And then that second half, the defense just almost went from being aggressive to just sitting back in a covered 3 or
they got
4.
a big lead.
Yeah, and didn't want to be aggressive. Like I think that's where they got to learn to stay aggressive to really finish out the games.
Yeah, we don't have anything for the week 5 stats in the rundown we're gonna do, but if we did, DJ Moore is way up the list.
Oh yeah, he had a huge game.
He had one game.
Yep.
He had one game.
Packers have been surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't see Jordan Love doing this. I didn't see the Packers
Well,
being that good. They've
those
actually,
first 2 games they looked a lot better, but the last few games he's looked a lot more like a rookie starter. And I think that's where you're kind of seeing him drop back down. And I think we could still see really Detroit end up running away with this division while the other 3 try to figure out what they have going on.
yeah, because Minnesota doesn't look like they know what's up.
Yeah, I mean
That run game.
Yeah,
Run game just
hasn't been the same.
Cam Akers is going to take that spot.
Other than Jefferson, Justin Jefferson's been a stud, but and
One
Kirk
man
Cousins,
can't do it
Kirk
all.
Cousins has been good fantasy wise.
but their defense looked horrible.
Yeah. The Lions probably do run away with it. They get Jameson Williams back. They still haven't
Which
even
is
got
good
Gibbs
this
going in the
week,
offense
'cause,
yet.
Dude's out this week. I'm on.
Yeah, Amon-Ra's probably
So it's
out.
probably good he's coming back this week.
Give them a chance.
It
to
sounds
get
like
J-Mo
Gibbs may
from
even
him.
be out.
Yeah, he's on doubtful right now.
So David Montgomery go
Yeah.
crazy again.
I put him in mind.
Yeah. He had a good week last week.
He's going to have another one.
I'm looking forward to Jameson Williams.
Who do they?
Let's do NFC South.
Right. NFC South. Got Tampa at 3-1. Then Atlanta and New Orleans both at 2-2. And then the lonely 0 team, the Panthers at 0-4. The only team left after the Bears victory that is winless now.
Yeah, but people
Tampa
saw
in
this coming.
4th. I think we're all a little surprised by Baker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm more surprised. Like I thought he would do all right, but he's doing better than all right. So
Well, and their defense has looked a lot better than what I thought it would look like as well because their linebackers are awesome, but I didn't think they were going to have enough to really get after the passer, and that defensive line has played really well the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, Bucks have been looking good. Let's see. Andy and I both had the Saints. You obviously had
that's
Atlanta.
probably a mistake. I probably twitched my hand on that or something.
Oh, the Saints. I had them there too. I thought they'd be, well, in a bad division, I thought they'd be the best of the bad, but division looks a little better. Derek Carr looks not good.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much that AC joint injury is hampering, but if he can't throw the ball more than 3 yards down the field, he probably shouldn't be on the field.
No, let somebody else play. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'd say in that division,
I'm going Bucks. I
yeah,
think the Bucks are gonna pull that out.
the way they look, I think I gotta stick with you on that one too. I'd go Bucks at this point.
I'm sticking with my team.
Of course you are.
So
I want to watch those
Just like your
Panthers
coach
pass
and
them.
sticking with the run. Won't use his fucking receivers.
well, eventually.
Let's see. NFC East.
All right. So we got the 4-0 Eagles, 3-1 Cowboys,
Bullshit.
2-3 Commanders, and then the wet paper bags, the New York Giants
Yeah.
at 1-3.
Oh, they're so bad. Cowboys should be 4-0. Somehow we've decided to lose to the Cardinals.
And yet
I
the
wonder how
Giants
that
beat
happened.
the Cardinals.
Wonder how
That's
that
somehow the
happened.
Giants win that game.
Yeah, I don't understand. Eagles look good though. Their defense doesn't
No.
compared to last year, but their offense is scoring enough.
Yeah. AJ Brown finally had a good game. So hopefully you can see that offense get a little bit more consistency, but
Where's Goddard been?
No kidding.
Like-
non-existent.
Exactly. He needs to get the ball more. I want to play him in my lineup, but I can't because he doesn't get the goddamn ball.
No, he does not.
I think we all really had kind of that
Holy
Philly
goodness.
Dallas 1-2.
Wow, he is tight end number 32.
Yeah.
Oh, except for Andy. Andy somehow, yeah, having the Giants second.
I think somebody messed with my shit.
Oh yeah, the Giants. Commanders have been a lot better than I thought.
Well, you missed the part where it says, Giants, if Barkley plays all 17 games, if not, he's going to be last.
Sam Howell's looked decent.
Sam Howell's
Other than all the
awesome
sacks.
compared to the last guys we've had.
Yeah,
And again, some of that I think maybe young quarterback, new offense. I mean,
Got
but he's looked good.
enemy.
some of the throws he makes, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
like that's an NFL quarterback right there. And then someone you're like, ooh, that's a rookie.
And you got to take the good with the bad
Yeah.
at this point. I mean, he's got 5 starts now underneath his belt. So, I mean, it's going to take some time.
We're gonna learn a lot about the Cowboys tomorrow night, so
Or
we'll
we're going
see.
to learn a lot more about the next team that's leading
One
the
word.
Yeah,
next division.
yep, because they play the leader of this next division,
They
the
got
NFC
the
West.
winner of this division.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're here. But Seattle's giving it a shot, but we got San Francisco also at 4-0, Seattle 3-1, the surprising Rams at 2-2, and then the Cardinals at 1-3.
I'd say both the Seahawks and the Rams are kind of surprising.
Oh, yeah. The Rams for sure.
Yeah, I thought they'd be kind of really bad this year, and even without Cup, their offense has been pretty decent.
The obviously the newcomer so far with Puka Nakua just blasting out of the
And
gate.
then
Yeah.
running back.
Kyron Williams,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking Brandon took him everywhere.
Yeah, and just finding diamonds in the rough like that, though, they're cheap on the roster, so at least they can spend the money elsewhere, and
Yep.
maybe
Yeah.
it gives them a little bit more depth than what they intended, especially now that they traded Cam Akers. So,
Yeah, it's, 49ers going to definitely run away with this division, but I could see one of the other teams possibly sneaking a wild card,
yeah.
where I didn't really see that before the season started.
I think it'd be the Rams. Now that they get Cooper Cup back, I think it'd be the Rams.
Yeah, they've got 2 solid wide receivers on the outside with both Cup
Yeah.
and Nakua, and I still like Higbee at tight end. He's still a solid tight end.
He's
They
decent,
got
yeah.
Aaron Donald on defense. So
Well, that's where they need to figure it out is going to be on the defensive side of the ball because their corners look shaky at best. They are getting beat constantly. So
All right, well, that's where we're at, quarter of the way through on our division predictions. Let's jump into quarterbacks.
right,
And we'll kind of just do our sleepers and busts as we go through here. Number 1 quarterback through 4 weeks, Justin Herbert.
boom, told you.
He's been solid, very consistent. Let's see. Andy had Justin Herbert. Let's see, down at 7. Steve at 6. Adam at 7 with you. He's been good.
yeah,
Even with Mike Williams going out, it just
He's
Keenan
been
Allen stepped up.
consistent.
He's just no Austin Eckler. Still, he's just consistently putting up points.
again, I'm wondering how much of that is the Kellen Moore offensive system, just because he seems to just really take into it and
Yeah,
being very
I mean,
efficient
if you
with
look
the
at
ball.
Dax went the other fucking way. So
Yeah.
Dax down at 22, at 14 points a game and 10 points a game less than Herbert. So it very well maybe it is that Kellen Moore offense boosting him up a bit. I mean, he was already very good. So
Right.
second, while I plug in my computer before I lose power.
Yeah, we got Josh Allen second year, averaging 23.6 a game. Really had just kind of a bad first week, but after that, I mean, he's really settled in with some really good games and then going off against the Dolphins there for that. Looks like we all kind of had him in that 2-3 spot between me, you, and Andy. So, I mean, he's really kind of living up to those projections, although I did kind of predict that I thought he would have a little bit of a down year. But again, some of it may just be it's early in the year, too. So, I mean, that first game, he looked absolutely atrocious against the Jets.
We on Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, we'll see. I still think he could have maybe a down year. He's been a little bit better the last couple games about throwing the ball to the other team, but those first two games he had a little bit of a trouble of controlling the football.
Yeah, he was struggling a bit.
Get excited. Just get excited. Relax. Get excited.
This year is a little different from last year in that there's not that gap between the top guys. You're only talking like 3 points a game difference between 1 and 8. I mean, yeah, we're 4 weeks in, but
Yeah,
let's see.
we'll see how things kind of continue to pan out. Because again, I think that's where maybe some of the better teams and quarterbacks will show up more towards the end of the year because you'll see that higher ceiling or higher consistency in points per game.
Jordan Love up at third, followed by Lamar, Hurts, Tua.
Cousins at 7, Patty Mahomes at 8.
Yeah, he had a rough week 4.
Yeah,
It's like I said, he's still sitting 20 points a game.
Which is solid. But for a guy that was going as the first quarterback overall,
True. Yeah, it has been a little disappointing with Kelsey being doesn't quite look himself, and I still think the Chiefs turn it on, and he ends up back where he's normally at in the top 5. Burrow obviously has been a massive disappointment, like we talked about.
Yeah.
31.
at average of 8.4 a game, just not good. The worst average of all starting quarterbacks.
No, it literally unplayable. You
Yeah.
can't play him. You have to find somebody else. Like throw a dart, pick somebody else up that's starting, anybody else that's starting, and play them.
Desmond Ritter is in front of him.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter can't even throw the ball to the receiver, and he is in front of
Like,
him.
I would probably play Joe Burrow or Desmond Ritter, but it would be close. I would think about it.
I don't know.
I would think about it.
I would just pretend like I put somebody in, and then I forgot. Like, well, he's on a bye week. I'd probably pick up a backup somewhere.
We got Anthony Richardson. He's down at 15 in total points, but if you look at points per game, he's actually would be number
one.
3.
Yeah, number 3.
Well, if you take out the other half that he missed, he's
Yeah.
only played 2.5 games. He's at 70 points just about. He looks like he's going to be a good quarterback for fantasy purposes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing exactly what you're expecting if you took him high enough to be like, all right, this guy's going to be a starting quarterback. And he's done exactly what you want to see in Dynasty between a little bit of both. He's making some good throws, but he's also using his legs,
Yep.
and he's getting you a lot of yards.
Michael Pittman's been a usable receiver, so I mean, it's not all on his legs, which is nice. Let's see where else. Who else is kind of surprising? Russell Wilson being in the top 10.
Russell Wilson, and after that is C.J. Stroud, then there's Brock Purdy right after that. Baker
Stroud's
Mayfield.
been a pretty big surprise for a
No
rookie quarterback.
interceptions yet.
He looks really 200-300 yard games already. I mean,
He's looked like he should have been the number 1 pick.
yeah, he's
Honestly.
making Nico Collins look like a really good receiver. Which he very well might be.
Tank Dell in the
Yep, Tank Dell. Yeah, that one's been a surprise. There's Houston, honestly, Houston and CJ Stroud in general have been.
Surprising. And if they get that run game going to really kind of give him a little bit more leeway to not have to throw it 40 times a game.
Yep.
And I think that it's only going to help him improve and just they could really be a shocking team. Maybe they sneak in as a wild card.
We got Fields at 12, but this isn't counting Thursday night's game. He's going to take a big jump because I think he scored 40
Yeah.
on Thursday. So he'll be much further up this list come next week.
Well, depending on how other quarterbacks play out, but
yeah, 40 points. He's going to move up this list. They're
Yeah.
all so close. I mean, he's only 24 points behind first. So he's the last QB1, and you're talking 6 points a game difference. That's
basically
a
a
pretty
touchdown.
big difference. But
Yeah.
when you're talking from 1 to 12, it's really not.
no, because that's just you're not going to always be playing that 12th quarterback. So usually you're going to have a pretty close race between your starters. So you're even
Baker at 13. Baker's been pretty good.
Goff at 14.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah,
And that's because he had 1 point.
in week 1.
In week 1, he had 1 point, and he's still QB 16 on the year through
Yeah.
4.
I forgot that they'd call him the pastronaut because he's super smart. So he's he's like an astrophysicist.
Oh,
now,
for a
so.
minute I was gonna be like, he's either gonna pass it or not. Like that's what I thought
He's
you were
a
gonna say.
pastor.
Like, well, yeah, he's a quarterback.
No, he's extremely smart. I guess like he's worked for NASA in the off seasons and stuff, and does stuff with NASA. So he's super smart. So it's kind of interesting seeing him all of a sudden kind of looking like a viable quarterback there for him.
Yeah, he'll get this year. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen for him next year, but
Do they trade Murray?
there's stories out there. Just depends who you listen to. You hear both.
Yeah.
They're committed to him. They're going to move him.
We'll see. I mean, I think some of it's. I hope
do you
he gets
move
to
him,
play
yeah?
this year just so it gives you an idea of where he's at. But
Where do you move him?
Minnesota.
yeah,
I think Minnesota is a perfect fit for him. Sam Howell, my sleeper, sitting at 17. He's been okay. Like we talked about him already.
yeah. Again, that he's learning a new offense. First year, really starting or getting a chance. So
Trevor Lawrence, he's been so far been kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
Him and Gino.
and Ridley, honestly, we'll get into
Yeah.
it. But that week 1, it was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. I was all excited about puffing out my chest like a
Yeah.
goddamn jellyfish and shit.
It was like, here we go, and then no, apparently not.
Oh yeah, we're still here. We played.
Fuck yeah, Dak is behind Mac Jones.
that's not good.
I mean, by 0.3, but still behind Mac Jones. What are you doing? Daniel Jones is down there, so yeah, we're getting down towards the bottom. We'll move over to. Oh, actually, I want to look at our rankings real quick.
We are in rankings.
Yeah, I have Daniel Jones in there. I have Dak Prescott in there.
I got one in
Yeah,
there.
Richardson in there though. I'm liking that one.
I like that. No, I don't. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I got him in there.
I don't like that Aaron Rodgers one.
Steve's got Cousins on his list. That's a pretty good one. Yeah,
But then I also have Daniel Jones.
yeah. We all got Dak. Me and Coop got Daniel Jones. Those have not
Paying
not
down.
been good. Neither was the Aaron Jones pick, Andy, or Aaron Rodgers pick, but that wasn't his fault.
No.
Yeah, that was.
He's just
he
old
would
and
be up
broke.
there. He would be up there. Sorry.
Running backs. Fucking Christian McCaffrey.
I think we all had McCaffrey at one, didn't we? Yeah, we
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was no choice.
he's running away with it. I mean, two of these guys have 40 plus games. Chan had almost 50, and McCaffrey is just so far ahead of them.
Still over 30 points each.
Yeah,
Well, he just put up his own 45 spot.
true. He's almost 30 ahead of second, which is Mostert,
Yeah.
and he's 35 ahead of Chan and Kyron Williams, who are both basically at the same. Yeah, CMC is impressive.
Yeah. I mean, just the way he gets used in that offense is just absolutely ridiculous. It's Literally giving Kyle Shanahan a cheat code.
Yeah. We all had Nick Chubb pretty high. That's sad. One of the injuries.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't really either. We all had Bijan pretty high. He's pretty decent. He's sitting 6 right now. And he's, I mean, if you've watched the games, when he gets his touches, wow, does he look good.
Yeah.
Wait, he's in 6, 2, 4. Oh, I got him in 5th.
Yeah, he looks so fast. And he makes some people look really, really dumb. Take out ankle insurance before you play Bijan.
Another kind of disappointment because of injuries has been Eckler there.
Yeah, yep.
Eckler and Barkley.
Yep. Yeah, the top of the running backs really got decimated early on. We're gonna probably get Barkley back this week. Probably get Eckler back next week after the bye.
Yeah, and then we'll
see.
see
Comes back this
JT
week.
back this week.
Yep, Jonathan Taylor back. So yeah, we'll see if some of these big name running backs make their way back towards the top of the list, or if we keep having guys like Kyron and Byron or Brian Robinson Jr. at number 7.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Tony Pollard's been pretty solid.
David Montgomery's been awesome.
But yeah, he had that
Blow up.
just
game on.
monster game. He's been what everybody thought though. He's been the Jamal Williams. He's getting the
goal line
work, and for some reason they don't want to use Gibbs a ton, so he's getting a lot of the rushes and the receiving.
I have seen Pacheco there at 12. I do like that.
Yep, Chaco's look good. Any of us put him on our list?
I did. I had him
Yeah, you did.
20.
What's that? Must be like 19th. 19th.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, me and you both had Dalvin, who looks like he probably should just retire.
Yeah. I don't get what happened. Maybe it's just the fact that the Jets' offensive line is that bad.
Yeah. And thank Brandon for giving me a first round pick for him before the season, because I couldn't give him away now. I bet.
Oh no, I guess if you get a diehard Jets fan, you might be able to get him for a third, or a 4 or a 10.
We're gonna see about Brees Hall.
Yeah, now that they say no restrictions,
Yep.
I'm kind of excited about that. To see kind of what he looks like now, and especially
He had
against
that burst week 1, I think it was, wasn't it? That he was like, "Oh, he's back," and then they kind of reined him in. And
yeah, I think they ran him too hard or didn't want to put too much, but now they're saying the reins are off and he's a full goal as much as he wants. So we'll see what happens with that. So
yeah, Dobbins, another one of the injury disappointments. Madison's just been a disappointment.
yeah, he's not looked good at
Running
all.
back 20 right now in the year. Yeah, Mixon's at 19.
ETN at 18.
A lot of the big names just not
Even
producing
Jacobs at 17. I mean,
Ramadre fucking Stevenson way down there. 23.
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, I mean Zeke's probably not too far from him. Zeke's 51. Yeah, I mean he hasn't done anything, but he's getting work.
He seems to look
He's
better.
getting snaps
Yeah.
and work instead of Stevenson's.
it's really he's getting more hurt by the running back by committee option rather than just getting the main carries.
And then same with Najee. Jalen Warren's biting into his workload. He's actually ahead of him in points.
Some of that is that Pittsburgh offense is absolutely atrocious.
Jalen Warren's sitting at 29th and Najee's 36th. Neither one's doing great.
Yeah. I mean, 6.6 and 7.5 points per game. I mean, that's not even flex worthy.
Yeah. That was my sleeper was Jalen Warren. My bust was Najee at running back.
Aaron Jones been a disappointment. Some of that is just the fact that he's been injured, but
He had the one good game, hurt himself going into the end zone, missed a couple games, might as well miss the last game.
yeah, might as well not even
I
play.
think he
him.
only had 4 snaps.
Yeah, which is why did you even play him?
I ask myself that all week because I lost because of it. Where else we looking? Who else you thinking, Andy?
Oh, Barkley. He was down there, but he's hurt.
Jamal Williams been a little bit of a disappointment.
Even before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Really?
That first game, he just didn't do much. Even.
No.
It almost seemed like they didn't trust him.
Antonio Gibson, I kind of thought he maybe get a little bit more work, but it's really been the Brian Robinson show.
Yeah, which again, that's why I think you're seeing him up in that 7 spot, because he's getting majority of the snaps.
Yeah, the Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears is a little interesting. Just snap count wise, Derrick Henry's way out producing him, but Tajay Spears is getting almost half the snaps. Which I don't
He's getting more, but they're getting so far behind most of the time that's why they're like, okay, take Henry out. Let's let the other kid
not use him up.
Yeah. I think if you start seeing them in a little bit more games, then you'll see a little bit heavier workload for Henry, but it's going to be something where I don't think if they're getting blown out, I think you'll see more Spears and they'll try to save Henry for end of the year or try to keep him fresh or keep him from getting injured.
Yeah, just through the 4 weeks, I would say hero running back's the way to go. And that hero being Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
If you don't take Christian McCaffrey, you may as well just wait on running back because, I mean, you're not taking Mostert and Achane way up there. You don't.
No.
There's no way.
They're taking you're taking them though in like the 7th, 8th
Bijan,
round.
you'd still take up their ways, but I mean, you're looking at it. It's like I could just wait until super late and take Mostert. Like you can get Mostert around way late,
6 to 8.
So I mean, yeah, running back. If it's not CMC, you may as well just wait.
Damn, Josh Jacobs is 17.
Yeah, it's been kind of gross for the running
I
backs.
thought for sure he was going to be the workhorse.
He really, if you look at it, he has been. They're giving him a lot of work. They're just not getting a lot of production out of it.
Yeah, they're just not a very good team right
No,
now.
they're not. No. Well, one of the games they had to play Aiden O'Connell. If you haven't heard of him, I don't blame you because I'd never heard of him before.
Other than preseason is one of those things like, okay, yeah, you look great preseason, but everybody looks good in preseason against the vanilla defense.
Yeah. All right, we'll go receivers. No surprise here. We had Justin Jefferson, number 1.
Barely by 0.4.
0.2. Oh, yeah, 0.4. He's just over Tyreek Hill.
Keenan Allen at 3.
Consistency, though, it's Justin Jefferson's at 19, 19, 24, 23. I mean, you just know what you're going to get out of Jefferson every week. Whereas Tyreek Hill, 39, 12, 26, 8. This is the week to play him, the way it looks, every other.
Yeah, he should blow up.
Yeah, they do.
But which one do you want, out of those? I mean, they're basically putting up the same points. Which do you prefer, the 19, 19, 24, 23, or the 39, 12, 26, 8?
I don't know. I have to go look at my team. And
Yeah,
see
I
who I'm
mean,
playing.
that 39 probably wins you the week. Getting
Yeah.
a 39. But that 12 and that 8 isn't helping you win a week, and that 8 might lose you a week.
Where I got Tyreek, I got Christian McCaffrey, so I don't have to worry about that problem.
I like the consistency of Jefferson. You know what you're going to get. He's going to get you damn near 20 points. And
Yeah, it's basically like having an extra quarterback on your roster.
Keenan Allen's hanging in there with them.
At 3.
He's kind of the more of the Tyreek this year, 11, 27, 36, 10.
I think he's already played as many games this year as he had last year. Probably that bye week was probably a good thing for him because I didn't want him to get hurt this week.
He was down there on all of our lists of ways. You had him the highest, Andy. It looks like at 17.
Yeah, but I mean that's because it's Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
He plays.
No Mike Williams now, so this could be a really big year for him. Stephon Diggs been again big in
Couple big
games. Been all right. And hang on, Stephon Diggs. He's been all right.
Yeah, really, only the 10-point game is about the only one you're just like, what?
Puka now, number 5. That's been the surprise.
Yeah, well, Cooper Cup's been gone though.
Yeah, but you don't see a rookie come in and get 20 targets.
Yeah.
You don't see most guys get
Well,
20 targets.
He
That's
broke the
ridiculous.
reception records for a rookie in his first 4 games. And I mean, he has just been something else.
Yep. And now with Cup coming back, it's going to be real interesting to see if he can maintain anywhere near this kind of production. Devontae Adams been all right. He's sitting in 6th. Again, he had a monster game. The other games have just been kind of okay.
Ho-hum.
Nico Collins, again, doing the Tyreek route. 11, 24, 4, 32. You see that a lot, actually, looking down here. Receivers, like A.J. Brown just had a massive game, so he's sitting in 8th.
Yeah, I mean, I've had him. It's like been disappointed just because he hasn't looked all that good even on the field.
I'm on Ross St. Brown's like the next person who's got like about the same numbers across.
Yeah, fairly consistent. What is Adam Thielen doing at 10?
I don't know. I think
he had a game with Andy Dalton.
Wow,
I think they just
that's kind of surprising. And I know none of us have him on our list. I'm not even gonna look.
Well, it's because we're not Vikings fans.
Brandon Ayuk's receiver 12, even though he's only played 3 games.
Jefferson at number 1.
Ayuk's been impressive.
Yeah, he's looked
Or
good.
at least those couple games.
Yeah, he was the one I didn't put on my list.
He got hurt in that second game, and so that kind of really.
DJ Moore. He's sitting at receiver 1.
Well, it's 'cause he
after
got to
week
play an
5,
extra grade. He's got an extra grade point
Yeah,
so far.
he's going to get passed by a handful of guys. But I mean, he did put up like damn near a 40 piece, didn't he?
45 spot, I
Yeah.
thought, in some leagues.
So
Depending
he's
on
going to
scoring.
jump up the list there.
I think even in this would have been like a 35 spot, so he'd basically match like Jefferson's point total in half PPR.
I was a little higher on him. I had him receiver 18 going into the year.
I had him at 22.
My sleeper was Sky Moore. That he's still sleeping.
Yeah, that whole Chiefs offense has really kind of been sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sky Moore, receiver 63. So yeah, I had to scroll way down there to find my sleeper.
I'm sure it was on the back page of that.
So
Yeah.
that was not a good
I don't
pick
even
by
think.
me.
Yeah, mine's at 119. So
Who was your sleeper?
Quentin Johnston.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's not even getting on the field yet. So
which I didn't expect him maybe early, but I thought I'd see a little bit more out of him. But
I thought he'd be ahead of Josh Palmer at least.
you would hope so, especially with the draft capital that they spent on him. So
But he's young, and I hope it turns out for him. He's in a great situation. Jalen Waddle, where is he? I was just thinking that he's been a little disappointing.
Yeah, but he was out of game. Let me keep scrolling.
Man, 57.
yeah, he's way down there. 9.8, 10.4, and then a 6.6.
Yeah, I mean, even the 3 games he played, you're not very excited about those finishes.
Maybe Miami should have traded him for.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, because that's what they're missing. They're missing a running back.
Well, they were at the time.
They've just got number 2 and 3 right now. Yeah, that's disappointing. I didn't realize he was quite that far down.
Yeah, especially with a lot of people probably having him as a top 12 wide receiver or top 15
Yeah.
or 20 at least.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I mean, just
I had him at 11.
I know I have him up there.
You have him at 8 or 9.
I have him at 8. I was really high because I thought with Hill, Hill would really kind of continue to draw more of the coverage, but
Don't
maybe-
matter what you do with Hill, he just
Yeah.
catches the ball.
They got Adam Thielen where I have Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, that's not great. Olave's kind of
He's down there. Jamar
again. The
Chase is
Saints have
down
been
there.
just kind of disappointment.
Garrett Wilson's down there. Murray Cooper.
Olave and
Jeez.
Mims basically have the same points. Marvin Mims is not played very much.
no, but he's had some really big plays.
Oh, when when they throw him the ball, good things happen. You know, the one game he had like 2 touchdowns and five routes run.
Yeah, it's like if you can get that efficiency every time, he'd
you
be
might
an
wanna
automatic starter.
Run a few more routes with that guy. Tutu Atwell being up at number 21. That's kind of a surprise. Romeo Dobbs at 17 right now. That's
I like this
a
number.
surprise.
Number 33, Mike Williams. Right underneath him, Calvin Ridley. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Ridley had, like I said, he came out week 1, put 20 points. You're like, here we go. Yep,
And he hasn't
here we
put up
go.
20 points combined yet with the last 3 games, pretty much.
Yeah, basically matched his point total from week 1. Took him 3 weeks to do it. Yeah, again, Jaguars have just been a little disappointing.
They'll figure it out.
And again, we're 4 weeks in.
Exactly.
At this point, with sample size and just maybe you played a few good defenses or you just had a couple off weeks.
Well, and then you got like Garrett Wilson sitting down here at 25.
But he lost Rodgers, so that don't count.
That's unfortunate too.
Yeah.
I don't see that getting better for him this season. Because again, as good as Zach Wilson can look, I don't think his best is going to be good enough to be good in the NFL. I just don't think it is. He's missing something.
Yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers.
No, not Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's great.
Oh.
Zach Wilson's missing something as an NFL quarterback.
He's missing Aaron Rodgers to start.
Then another disappointment there at 27 with Jamar Chase and that whole Bengals offense. Again,
Yeah.
just not seeing what you want to see from a guy that you probably spent a first round draft.
Really, Higgins, Chase,
He was
Mixon,
either
and Burrow,
he was
all
the
4 of
number
them, you're
3 guy.
spending decent draft capital to acquire. None of them have
You were
been.
taking Jamar Chase with one of the first 3 picks.
Yep. And in Superflex, Burrow's in the first round.
Yeah.
Mixon's in the first handful of rounds in redraft. And Higgins, too, probably was in the first 5 rounds or so. I mean, you're talking all those guys are in the first 5 rounds in the Superflex.
Yeah. And
And you're disappointed with every single one of them so far.
You've got a total of 3 touchdowns.
And we haven't even gotten into the tight ends where I know the tight end for them was he wasn't my sleeper that I picked, but he was one of the guys I thought had a chance to break out this year. Irv Smith has just done
nothing.
absolutely nothing. I don't even think he's on this list. We'll move over to tight ends. Irv Smith. I don't think he's done anything. I think he might be at 0 points.
Are you sure you even played?
There
for
he
him
is.
still?
He's at 5 points.
312
3, 2, 0, 0. He's been out. So yeah,
32.
that whole Bengals offense,
Your second tight end, yeah.
all because of Burrow's calf.
Oh, don't blame it on Burrow.
Moving into tight end, TJ Hawkinson sitting at number 1.
Number 2.
He had a massive game in week 2. Other than that, though, he's kind of been disappointing.
A lot of the tight ends have already really nobody's been consistent. Even any sort of tight end, it's really hit and miss on what you're going to get any week from a tight end, where you're not really seeing any consistency.
I'm looking through Evan Ingram. It's not a lot,
But it's
but
consistent.
it's consistent.
Yeah.
Between 7 and 10 points all 4 weeks. I mean, you know what you're going to get so far. Back towards the top, Sam Laporta. He had that one good game too. But even just outside that one good game, they're
He's still at
targeting
least-
him.
Yeah,
They're throwing
he's
the
getting
ball
a lot
his way.
of targets. So
He looks good.
yeah, I think he can continue to grow, and he may end up being that number 2 tight end or that number 2 target really for Jared Goff. Whatever his first read, if it's not there, I think he could end up being all right. Whereas Laporta using him as a safety blanket.
Tight ends being as gross as they are in dynasty communities, you already see Laporta being talked about as one of the top tight ends in dynasty, top 3.
Yeah,
Him and Hawkinson and then Mark Andrews a lot of times.
and just as young guys. Although Cole Kmet's starting to, I think if him and Fields continue, they've looked good, especially the last couple
I
of
would
weeks.
say that. Yeah, he had when this doesn't have week 5 on it, but he had a good week 5 too.
He had a
So
touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, they seem to really kind of be getting some of their chemistry going. So he could be somebody to kind of keep an eye on.
Hunter Henry started the year good. He had a couple good weeks in a row, so he's up at 5.
And then I picked him up, and he's done shit.
Yep. Hey, maybe it was you and not me, 'cause I did the same thing.
I just picked him up just so no one else could play.
I picked him
didn't
up
play
and he sucks. Travis Kelsey, I traded for him. He's been disappointing.
Yeah, so I think he's got 1 touchdown total.
I think he might be a little unfocused.
Yeah. And then
I think
maybe
he's let Taylor Swift get to his head.
Say, I don't blame him. I don't fault the guy. I mean, I'd be a little unfocused too.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be on reality TV next.
He's thinking about what he's gonna go do to her after every game, so he's just like,
He's a little distracted. I think he'll turn it around. I think the Chiefs will turn that offense around. Him and Mahomes are too good.
They're done. They're done.
We got Fergie all the way up at 8.
Yeah.
He had a rough week 1, but he's been consistent the last few.
He's looked a lot better and maybe getting more acclimated to that offense again when your quarterback's
Tight end
Dak.
does get gross fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like we're not even down to tight end 12 yet, who for some reason is Zach Ertz.
The
And you're
ageless
talking
one.
like 6 points a game.
Yeah.
This half-point PPR. What's going on?
And that's almost where you have to almost give tight ends like a tight end premium thing just to make them even worth
Yeah.
having one.
George Kittle.
That's why I like the winner take all this. You can play one if you want to, but you don't have to because, man, they are not worth playing. Who was my sleeper bust here? Higbee and Kittle. Yeah.
I had Dulcich and
Higbee's
Schultz.
been okay. Nothing special. Kittle's had the one okay game, 3 shitty games. There's too much in that
Offense to go
offense.
around.
Yeah. CMC and Ayuk are going to hog it. Debo will get some. Kittle's going to be left getting scraps.
That defense will get it too, though.
Use defense, you said?
Defense.
Yeah, they've got a good defense. Yeah, I would have said them and the Cowboys had the best defense in the league, and then the Cardinals shredded the Cowboys, so I can't put them on that list anymore.
Oh my God! Look at that. Kyle Pitts, number 20 You guys had him at number 4.
No, what's even worse than that?
Oh God.
Oh wait, where's
Waller, he's not with you.
his buddy? I know his buddy ain't too far from here.
He's got a
Oh,
buddy.
Janu Smith, is that who?
Yeah,
He's up here at the top.
I was gonna say, is he above him?
I seen him. Yeah, he's right there. Right
Yeah,
there.
Janu 10th. So we can't even say it's because they don't use the tight end. They do. They just don't use Pitts. Fuck. Janu's played in 3 games, it looks like. And his worst game is Pitts' best.
Oh, hey, look at that guy. Dallas Goddard. 32.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, he's been
Janu's worst game is Kyle Pitts' best. And that was Kyle Pitts' best game by, well, he was a point off. And then, like, what is going on with Kyle Pitts?
I just
Not
don't.
healthy?
They're saying he's still not 100% healthy with his knee and that he's still working back from it. I don't know.
I hope
Or
that's
if it's
it.
just the fact that they refuse to really use him or try to make him a focal point of the offense.
I mean, how gross is it that one double-digit game, just a 12.5, could all of a sudden you're a top 10 tight end? Tight end position.
It's just gross. It is bad.
Darren Waller, he's been pretty disappointing. Where's he at?
He's up there a little bit. Right there at 13.
Yeah, 13. He had an okay start. I mean, 5.1 and 10.6, but then 3.5
The
and
Giants
3.6.
and Daniel Jones have been
And
terrible.
Daniel
but
Jones happened. Well,
Yeah.
Barkley went out.
that hurt. Barkley going out.
Yeah,
But all that preseason hype with Waller where they're talking about him just getting
Massive targets.
not happening. Jones on his back all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they can't block for a wet paper bag.
What
I
did he
mean,
have last week? 11?
Yeah.
He gets sacked 11 times.
I think he was starting to give Troy Aikman flashbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
Dude, like seeing Logan Thomas up there, he's looked good other than that week he had to miss because of the concussion. He's been at least a good, consistent target there for Howell.
Yeah, Logan Thomas gets thrown at quite a bit. This doesn't include that week 5 game, but he had
He had a
quite a bit
touchdown.
of targets week 5
yeah.
too.
But yeah, he's looked good. I mean, other than that missed game where he had that concussion, but he's been solid this year. So
Dalton Kincaid hasn't quite got going.
no,
But no, neither one of them in Buffalo have.
No, not really.
Roadouts.
It's been Diggs. It's been the Diggs show in Buffalo, and James Cooks looked all right. Gabe Davis, I guess, has some touchdowns too.
Oh, look at that. Number 50.
Grandpa
Oh,
Jimmy.
Grandpa Jimmy Graham's on the list. Eat him.
He has one catch.
And
He
it's
literally
for
has
a
the one catch
touchdown.
for a touchdown. And it makes him tight end 50. The tight end position just gross.
Yeah, I don't
We're
know.
going to stop looking at that. That's
I don't know why
hurting.
we stopped looking after
That's
six.
so gross.
That is so
After 6 and 7, we could have just stopped.
Yeah, this goes to show us just don't draft a tight end.
If you don't have
It's
to,
almost
no.
time to get rid of
This
tight
isn't
ends.
the year to do Kelsey.
Unless you
Like,
get on a take
so if you took
Hawkinson
Kelsey in the
before.
first round, you're pretty disappointed at this point.
And you're probably going to still be disappointed as long as he's with Taylor.
Yeah, you may as well. The top tight end you're talking is scoring right around the wide receiver 30. So yeah,
So
you could wait
that's
on tight
at
end,
least
wait
round
on running back,
3.
wait on quarterback.
Wait, if you're picking anybody on fucking Cincinnati Bengals, you can wait.
Oh man,
At this point, yeah, you should have been waiting till like the last round, then taking a Bengals
I
player.
think I would
no kidding.
I think I might take my kicker before I took somebody.
Full day of football tomorrow though. We got 8:30 in the morning game again. Bills and Jags. All the way through, and we end the day with the Cowboys at 49ers.
Should we go through what we picked for tomorrow's
Should be a
games?
good day.
I shut my shit off.
Yeah, we already recorded that. Tell them motherfuckers they can go listen to the
Oh, yeah.
previous pod.
So, what? Our ball fans?
we got our week 5 picks. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we'll do one of these probably after week 6 or if we'll wait till week 8.
Oh, you'll have to tune in
Yeah.
and find out.
We'll do another check back with
Special
y'all.
episode! Whoa, bitches!
Andy's turning into our homie with the extra chromie.
But yeah, we got to figure out too what we're gonna do for picks this next week. All right, we'll get back with you guys at some point. Enjoy the football season.
Later.
Stay high.